After that, we have Canaan Kawaihae and Jake Childers. This is a fight. When you first look at it, you see a guy like Canaan Kawaihae, who's fought on Dana White's Contender Series, and has fought inside of Bellator, and he's only 23 years old. That is very, very young, especially against a guy like Jake Childers, who has so much experience, 8 wins and 1 loss as a pro. As an amateur, I mean, he had so much experience fighting as an amateur since 2013, and having a record of 14 wins and 4 losses. That is a lot of experience as an amateur fighter right there. If you look at how he's winning those amateur fights, 10 submission wins, 1 knockout win, and 3 decision wins. As a pro, 4 submission wins, 2 knockout wins, and 2 decision wins. At the beginning of his professional MMA career, got a lot of submissions: 3rd round submission, decision win, 3rd round submission, 1st round submission, and 1st round triangle. Once he joined the LFA, he was playing more of a striking, kickboxing-based game plan, which he didn't really need to. He honestly did not even need to play that kickboxing and striking game plan, considering the man's grappling and jiu-jitsu was just so amazing. But when he joined the LFA, he got 2 knockouts against Jamie Simmons and Nate Richardson. If you guys do not know who Nate Richardson is, he's been inside of the LFA for quite a while, and Jamie Simmons is inside of the UFC right now. So that's saying one thing right there. For him to knock out Jamie Simmons, that means he's a UFC caliber guy inside the LFA right here. His only loss to Justin Gonzalez by 4th round knockout in a main event at LFA 84. If you guys do not know who he is, 11 wins and 0 losses, a top 15 featherweight or lightweight fighter inside of Bellator right now. But Jake Childers, really good grappling, really good submission skills, really good wrestling, and also has some pretty good striking, as we saw in his last few fights with Nate Richardson and Jamie Simmons. But Canaan Kawaihae, only 23 and a half years old, 5 wins and 1 loss. You look right here: 1st round submission, 1st round submission, 1st round submission, 1st knockout, 1st round submission, decision loss to Chase Hooper on Dana White's Contender Series, and then 1 win inside of Bellator. But you see right there, you kind of look at him and you're like, what? Canaan Kawaihae has 3 or 4 submissions on his record. Doesn't really make much sense. I mean, he's mainly a striker. I've seen a bunch of his fights. He mainly likes to keep the fight on the feet, but it's very surprising to see that he has a lot of wins coming by submission. Only 23 and a half years old. He's going to have that height advantage. He's going to have that reach advantage. So I think in the striking game, he'll have a very good advantage in the striking game. A really fast striker, very powerful puncher, but I think in the fight, the grappling and the wrestling of Jake Childers is going to be way too much. I mean, so much experience as an amateur, so much experience as a pro. He's been fighting for quite a while now, having over 25 professional and amateur MMA fights, having more than 15 submissions in his amateur and MMA and pro MMA career so far. So I think he will get the fight to the ground, use that grappling, jiu-jitsu, wrestling game, and get him down and get a submission in the 2nd round of the fight. Jake Childers is an absolute beast, 100%. But definitely have him winning the fight by submission in the 2nd round.